So there are a multitude of bags out on the market, but there isn't really one bag that does everything that you need it to do. So when you're taking photos or you're taking video, you tend to find you've got a number of different bags that you use depending on what you're doing. In fact, actually I want to say thank you to Toxic Bags for loaning me this bag for a month so that I can actually review it and have a look at it and see how it fits, see whether it would fit for me, for what I use it for, what I use camera gear when I'm travelling around. As a travelling corporate filmmaker, my job involves me turning up at a place where perhaps might not know what the scene or the set is, and so you have to carry the minimal amount of gear, but the gear that you're definitely going to need and that is definitely going to do the job that you need it to do. So that's why today what we're doing is we're reviewing the Toxic Bags Valkyrie. This is the 25 litre Toxic Bags Valkyrie, and it is a very nice lightweight bag that is front opening, so it has a front opening rather than rear opening. A lot of bags nowadays open rear, so you have to take it off to get your camera gear out, obviously, and set it down. And the same with this, I suppose, but the gear is at the front rather than the back, and it has a modular interior to it, effectively. So that means that you can actually move all the dividers around, and you can set it out how you want to set it out. Now, it's covered in pockets, it's covered in stuff that you possibly would want to see in a camera bag. So at the front here, obviously for a corporate filmmaker, we've got a bag pocket that has zips in. It's got a fairly deep pocket at the front here. It's got several different pockets here for different items, along with pens or all sorts of different things, and a key loop here for you to keep your keys on if you need to. It's also backed with a clear pocket for you to put ID in. It's also got a clear sort of pocket here, waterproof pocket here, which basically allows you to separate things out inside that pocket. And it's obviously gated so that you can get it open. So moving on from that, what we've also got is we've got a pocket here which takes a 15-inch laptop, and this is dual pocketed, so it's got a bit of foam in the middle, so you could actually put two things in here, and this fits a MacBook Pro, 15-inch MacBook Pro, absolutely no worries whatsoever, and has got plenty of space to fit anything else that you want to fit in there as well. So moving on from there, we've got side pockets, so we've got easy access side pockets, along with a mesh sort of pocket and another plastic sealed pocket with a zipper, and then again at the bottom we've got a repeat of that but smaller. So we've got exactly the same thing, but it is a little bit smaller than that on the bottom. Moving across to the other side, we've got a mesh pocket here for a water bottle or a tripod or whatever else you want to put in there, along with some stay straps which basically can tighten up. So these are bungee cord straps that you can tighten up, and you can attach different things to that yourself. Carry handle on the top, as always, and you've got a little bit of webbing on the straps themselves, and you've also got an airflow mesh system at the back here to keep you dry, so you're not sweating and so on and so forth, because we all know camera gear is quite expensive and it's also quite heavy. Now also, one of the things on the back of this pack, we've got a sort of a secret, what they call a secret pocket, but it's obviously not secret because I'm telling you about it, and that is a small pocket at the back here which is ideal for carrying things like passports or IDs or anything important that you don't want to be in the actual pack itself, and that's covered by a sort of rain flap at the front top there as well. And then along the bottom here they've got what they're calling their frog pocket. Now this basically is a internal pocket which takes up some of the space of the internals of the camera section of the bag, but allows you to put wet items in there, and they're sealed off from the rest of the bag itself. So if you've got a camera you want to keep dry, for instance, you would stick that in there. If you've got a coat or something that's wet, you could put that in there, and that would allow you to keep it dry or separated away from the rest of the bag contents itself. On the bottom there's a blue tab. You pull that blue tab and there is an integrated Rainfly, which is also available. However, This is made out of a really sort of quite a proprietary material. It's quite a luxurious material it's made out of. It is abrasive resistant and it's also shower resistant as well. And one of the jobs I actually went on, which you've seen in the video, it absolutely teamed it down. I didn't have time to get the Rainfly out, so I was just basically wearing it outside on a farm. And none of the stuff got wet, nothing was wet. In fact, the bag dried out very quickly actually, considering that it had been quite wet. On the front face of the bag, there's also two straps. Now these straps, as you can imagine, are very, very useful, but they're actually designed for carrying your tripod. Now Toxic Bags is the sister company to Three-Legged Thing. So Three-Legged Thing obviously have integrated something that allows you to carry a tripod, as that's what they do. They make tripods on the back of this very, very easily, and effectively it works really, really well. I've used this for a month using it in that manner, and it really is really good. I've got another backpack which I have reviewed before, which was the Lowpro 350, I think it was, and that has like sections at the side that you can clip a tripod to, but it's really awkward. It can be a bit awkward, it's like lopsided and what have you, and it's not particularly great. You need something on the other side to weight it down, whereas this is straight across the middle of the back of the backpack, so it's really, it does have a nice weight to it, and it sort of evens it out, so it's not causing you any issues while you're on a long day or a long shoot. You're not going to fit a pro body into this. For instance, the Canon R3 is like 14 centimeters high, and this is about 12, so you're not going to get a pro body inside here. You might get some of the older pro bodies in there, but some of the newer stuff, there obviously things are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so then you're not going to get that in there. But this overall is a really tidy backpack. It's basically what I would say, it's one of those backpacks where you know you need to take the stuff you need to take, so you then take that rather than taking everything in the kitchen sink. There's also some great pockets on the inside of the lid itself. Again, it's a repeat of this plastic pocket, but larger, so it's sort of sealed and sort of not going to let any water in there. But then you've also got a large mesh pocket on the back of this lid as well. But on top of that, you've also got a removable SD card bag, which gives you room for 2, 4, 6, 7 SD cards, but then there's also a slightly larger pocket on the inside as well. So you've got some decent amounts of storage in there, and again, that's all sort of modular, and it's sort of, you can take it out and you can seal it off, so you don't have to have the Velcro showing and grabbing on things and all the rest of it if you don't want to. And that just fits basically neatly on the inside of the bag itself. Now, moving on to the dividers. So the dividers that are removable, the ones that are not separating out the actual bag itself, the ones that are making the separations, so the little pockets, each one of those has handily got a Velcroed little pocket attached to it, and that's because they know you're going to need to carry all sorts of different things like microphone cables or lens filters, that kind of thing. So they've handily made all of those pockets, those removable dividers, have one of those little pockets on. So you've got, 3, 4, 5 little pockets that you can put stuff in, along with the actual divided areas as well inside the bag itself. Obviously all these dividers are all Velcro, so they're movable and they're customizable, and you can customize them to wherever you want them to be. And I did that when I first got this. I thought, right, I'm just going to sort of figure out what I need to take. And this has changed over the course of the month, depending on what I'm taking. So just as an indication of what I've actually had in here, I've had a DSLR with a 105mm lens on it in here, plus a 50mm lens, plus a drone, plus the controller, plus batteries, plus a 360 camera, plus a microphone, which is the Rode Video Pro Plus, so it's quite a large microphone with the windshield on, plus all the cables, plus a battery to recharge everything. And then on top of that, I had the selfie stick for the 360, the Insta360 in there as well, along with all sorts of other stuff, including memory cards, bits of paper which involve, the shoots and all that kind of stuff, shoot order and all that kind of thing. As you know, as a filmmaker or a photographer, you've got a list of things you need to do. And also I had a 16-inch laptop in here as well. Now that 16-inch laptop is a Dell XPS laptop, so it's smallish. but this comfortably fit that 16-inch laptop without any issues whatsoever. In fact, this 15-inch MacBook Pro, which is quite a sizable piece of kit by laptop standards today, there's a good maybe inch at the top that is not used, so there's plenty of space in there for that. Overall, it's a great bag. It's very comfortable, and it's also, what I do like about it, one of the things I do like about this is it's a solid shape bag. So it's not sort of a material that's going to deform in any way. So it doesn't deform, it keeps its shape. It will stand up, and it will stand up on its own, which is also quite a nice feature as well. The pattern on it, it looks a bit like, when I first got it, I thought it was like a crocodile skin sort of pattern, but I've read that it's actually an old map of where these are made, which is it Stagsden in the UK? So it's like a sort of ode to that, so to speak. It's almost like a little OS map that runs all the way across it and all the way down it. And this is in black. Comes in 3 colours, so you can get it in different colours as well, which is pretty cool. And it's quite understated as a bag goes, basically. One other thing that it does have on it is it has the removable waistband. Now, I know a lot of photographers don't like waistbands, but when you go in on a hike somewhere, it's quite high, and you've got quite heavy stuff in your bag. A waistband actually helps keep the weight distributed properly, and basically allows you to be a bit more comfortable for the whole day. And like I say, it is a comfortable bag, but that waistband does add an extra element to it. So would I recommend this bag for somebody? It's £199, or it's somewhere around that mark now. And I would say it's an excellent day bag. It's a really, really good bag if you need to cut down what you're actually taking, but take it in a really organised way, because there's lots of pockets everywhere that allow you to do that. And it stops you from taking the kitchen sink, which can be quite a problem. As a filmmaker or a photographer, you tend to want to carry everything you've got so that you don't miss anything, or you don't forget something or need something, when really what this allows you to do is decide what you're going to do, take what you've got to take, and then do it in a comfortable and an efficient manner. So would I recommend it? Yeah, I think I would recommend it actually. I think it's a really good bag, and I think it's by a really good company who really listen to their customers. And I think it's one of those things where you're supporting something made in the UK, and Morally Toxic, as I say, part of Three-Legged Thing, which are another British company, and obviously they're well made, it's well put together, and it's well thought out. And yeah, I think it's a great piece of kit, and I think it's certainly something that is worth a look. So with that, I hope you did enjoy this short review of the Morally Toxic Valkyrie 25 litre, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.